Hi guys, so I've got a another playlist um, in the works. Sort of got like the final few pieces of the jigsaw left now to kind of put together. Um, this one's been a tough one, um, but at the same time, I've really enjoyed making it. So it's um, it's progressive house main theme. There's also elements of some melodic house and techno in. And it takes you on a sort of really kind of there's a little bit of tribal vibes in there. There's emotion, there's punching, like driving beats, atmospheric synths, um, and enchanting vocals as well. I'm trying to use these words which I don't even really, yeah, understand. Anyway, but yeah, no, this is gonna be if you love progressive house like me, um, or if you just love listening to really good music, this is gonna be a hard hitter. Okay, it's gonna really take you on a journey. Well, I hope so anyway. Um, but it's so whilst curating it, listening to it like over and over, like I have to listen to it like so many times before I think, right, yeah, that's ready to to share. Um, and the thing is, I mean, I don't at the moment at this stage, I'm doing it as a hobby because I genuinely do not know how. So like back in the sort of days when I was a child, teenager, um, so we're only talking like, well, I don't know, 20 years or so ago. Getting that old, I even forget how long ago it was. But anyway, so CDs. Let's talk about CDs. So there'd have been some. So the artist, the musician, would have made the tracks. Yeah. So they'd have produced the tracks, and then it would have probably gone to a mastering engineer before getting published as an album, and then also there's the artwork involved. So I can imagine there's a lot of work involved in curating a professional album. I mean, mine are just playlists on Spotify because like that's all I know. Well, how can I put it? That's all I seem to sort of know at this stage. But in terms of um, developing my really struggling to put this into words. Developing my taste in music, sound sort of. What I try to do with these playlists, which um, in comparison to, say, a DJ playing a set at a venue or curating a set at home, I mean, so what I try to do is on Spotify, I tried to curate the sets just using my ears without because obviously, I mean, there's a couple of little tools like there's a little crossfade on the playlist um, that I use. Um, so it's kind of um, molding me into that sort of um, being able to listen to different like elements within a track. Yeah. It's no wonder I got bags under my eyes and grey hairs coming through because I'm obsessed, like literally. Anyway, um, yeah. So anyway, this playlist that I'm in the process of making. So it's progressive house theme and it's an emotional hard hitter and it's got uplifting elements, it's got dark elements, it's got like powerful like elements. I don't know if there's a word for that. Yeah, I've really enjoyed making it, and so I'm literally it's a 3 hour set. Um, I'm not going to say what title it is. I'm not going to say who's in it or whatnot. You'll find out when it's out. Um, but yeah, but going back to the production and mastering and all that kind of talk. I mean that's an avenue I could go into in the future. But I think realistically for me, for now, this playlisting is sort of it's a practice platform for me to experiment with different sounds. Um, Listening to the music that I like listening to, um, and yeah, so it's an experimentation phase. I mean, I think even the most sort of musicians that have been doing it for a lot longer than me still experiment with different sounds. I guess well they will, yeah, because that's how they craft their skills in music. So this is the kind of stage where I'm at now. I'm just going to show you some equipment that I've got here in terms of developing my DJ skills. So like performing as a DJ at a venue. So I'm practicing a lot at home. But the unfortunate thing is because I sort of finances have been pretty tight. I ended up buying secondhand gear, which only lasted like 2 minutes. So the turntables at the moment they do switch on and they spin, but the needle thing doesn't really it makes it jump a bit, so it's not working. So the sound is quite shit, to be honest, right? So I need to get some better turntables. I mean, to invest in proper sound equipment, it's talking thousands of pounds, which I can't afford genuinely. So it's just like saving up bit by bit by bit by bit, and grabbing some opportunities to kind of tinker with along the way, which is kind of what I'm doing now with this secondhand stuff. Yeah. I mean, there's some stuff which I've got, which, I mean, all of it's secondhand. There's some stuff which is actually working pretty good. Um, so I have a. So the idea that I had in my head, I don't know if this is actually going to work in practice, but the idea is to kind of link up vinyl sound, so vinyl players on the go, through an amp, which then goes through to the mixer and then comes out of the speakers. Yeah. And then also linking it up with like the digital music files from my laptop through a streamer through to the speakers. Okay, through streamers mixer. That's the bit which I'm figuring it out. I'm trying to work on. So it's complicated and time consuming. And it would only be me that would be trying to figure it out this way, this weird and wacky, wonderful way of, yeah. back to the Spotify. So that's why I've been, putting out playlists, because I was hoping to do some DJ sets on my YouTube, but because of all this put on hold, Malak, waiting for new equipment and stuff, that's all on hold. So the playlisting is like, yeah. So this new playlist, which is nearing completion, like I say, final piece of the jigsaw. Yeah, that's it's going to be good. So keep your eyes open on my stories and Facebook feed and Instagram feed for that. All right. Ciao for now.